What's up, everyone? And I say that hoping that this is actually streaming. Let me check. It's been a while. Let's see. Yep, we're live. It's on YouTube. Okay, good. So, in this video, because I've been super busy, I haven't been able to make videos as, what do you call it, consistently. So, I was like, I'll just do a live stream. FL Studio, they just released a new beta, and I want to check it out because it's got some new stuff that seems really interesting. And it's got one of the things I've been waiting for a while. So here we go. This is also something cool I just learned. If you middle click, it makes all of these things come up. And this is like, this picture is the thumbnail because I just wasn't beat. That's also part of what's been holding me back. But I'm just going to go through what it says is in this beta. And like, let's check it out. The things that I find the most cool. So they did something with like exporting, there's audio clips. Let's see. Deleting mixer tracks and playlist tracks can now be undone. All right, let's see what that looks like. So I do these, turn them all like this orange color. And then, how do you delete a mixer track anyway? This is pretty cool. It's got like group tracks this one is routed to. That's probably not new. I just don't know about it. Okay, duh. It says delete right there. It's all right. You can delete these 5 mixer tracks. Are you sure? And then Control Z. Yeah, they come back. I figure that'll probably be useful at some point. You get rid of some junk by mistake. All right, so there's also the FL Studio Cloud thing. They're gonna make it so that the mastering can update previews in real time based on parameter changes. That's cool, but I'm not getting into it. I really don't use that. Okay, this is like a big one that people have been talking about. So if you go over here, before you could only have like up to 125 tracks. So now you can see right here it's like changing. So let me color this one, right? And you'll see as I click more, it's getting further away. So now you can have up to 500. And what I really like is if you click somewhere like right here, you can say like insert one or insert multiple, and then you can choose the number. So you can put like 5 new tracks, and that's pretty cool. That's a dope feature. All right. One of the things is that this over here used to be called library. They changed it to presets. Playlist. The default mode for the slice tool is vertical. Okay, so let's say if you're gonna slice. Right now, before you will hold down the right shift key and then left click and then you slice like that. So you got to right click for diagonal slicing. Oh no, okay. It's talking about the slice tool. Okay, so now it's when you use the slice tool, it's naturally straight. You got to right click for diagonal slicing. That's weird. Maybe it's because of this. It's like set to beat, so it's only slicing beats. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, when you hold shift. No, this is still like left clicking. Okay, so you hold shift. You hold shift and left click. And then it's diagonal. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe that's a typo. It says right click over here, but I am right now, I'm left clicking, and then when I right click, it does the normal thing it would do, where it would like erase them if it was a waveform. Actually, let's put one there. So let's go here, detect the tempo, 105. Okay. What does it sound like? Okay. So now back to the cutting tool. All right, so if I left click, it is straight. So now it's like that. If you right click, it doesn't become diagonal, it just becomes to delete it. I feel like that is kind of more useful. If you hold shift, you have to hold shift to make a diagonal cut. So that's what that is. All right, cool. All right, now let's go to this. This is one of the things I'm excited about the most. So we go to the mixer slot, go to new. You got the FL Studio mobile rack. This is about to be one of the greatest things. This is my first time seeing it. All right, so this is a reverb. And probably I would just replace that. What I hope is that you can have presets with this. Put it in Impactor or something like that so it just opens up and it's like already on the thing you want. So the main reason I'm excited about this is, well, I guess there's two. There's like multi effects, right? So there's, this thing is pretty cool. Not really going to get into it. It's like Effector, but if you use that, then this is a good plugin. So then you got tape stop. You know, so tape stop is like when a record slows down and then it like crashes when you have an old vinyl album. It's like like that. Let's see what it sounds like. Curious. That's so cool. It's like vinyl. That's gonna be so much fun to use. Cause I could just imagine, right? So you do something like this. Playing the song. Okay, so clicking the mouse, I can't time it right, but I feel like, say you activate this, maybe you can automate it somehow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's gonna be fun. All right, let's replace it again. That's one of the things I'm excited about. That's dope. But let's see. What is this? Picture 2. Look at this. FL Studio Mobile has like 2 different versions of it. That's pretty crazy. Tremolo. This is another one which is like exclusive to FL Studio Mobile. And it is what it sounds like. It's a tremolo effect. So that's going to be useful. There was a thing that I saw that's like you can do this same thing with Fruity Delay 3, but like I don't feel like jerry rigging stuff. I would just rather have the plugin. You know, it just makes it easier. Here we go. This thing. Why? Because it has loudness, and if you look over here, you can see we finally are gonna have LUFS, True Peak. So I've been waiting for this for a minute, and I really wish they would put it into Wave Candy because I feel like that is just a better alternative still, but we're gonna have it. So I'm not complaining. That's one of the things I'm gonna enjoy the most. All right, so we can get rid of that. Now, for these other things, I'm just kind of curious. So plugins. If we go over here, collapse this. Installed generators, Fruity. It's talking about Drum Max. It has a vectorial user interface. Let's go to Drum Max. See what's up with that. It definitely does look pretty nice. Although in fairness, I didn't use this plugin a lot. I remember this part being similar. But this looks different to me. It looks like new and improved. If somebody knows what vectorial interface is, then please help me out. Now, something else that was interesting me is that it was talking about transporter, right? So it says that they added a sidechain to it. I'm like, I don't know how to open it up. I was looking at this part earlier because I was interested. Let me see. Added sidechains for transient detection. So let's see. What if try sidechaining? Will it change? Left and right. Mono stereo. No, that was there already. The theme, that was there already. Where is this thing at? That's so. Oh, wait. Maybe it's this. Oh, yeah. I think it's this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the thing where it'll sidechain now. So let me see. They added stuff to the manual about it. Just give me a second. What does it say? Okay, sidechain input. Upper mixer track selector. So that's this. So you have to add the sidechain first for it to detect it. So choosing the input sent as a sidechain to this mixer track. Use this to send a click track or more predictable percussion track as a trigger signal for the loop process. When a sidechain input is selected, the audio on transporter's own track is ignored as the trigger source. So, okay. So let's say if this is like, say if you have a kick drum, right? And of course it's called sidechaining because of like what happens in EDM. But if you have a kick drum and it's hitting quarter notes, then the quarter notes would trigger transporter instead of the audio that's passing through it. That's going to be cool. That's a great improvement. And it's really one of those things where it's like, I love it when ImageLine makes these innovations to their own software. Not that they're like industry breaking or anything, but they're just always doing stuff that's really cool that makes you think. Okay, another one, Drum Max. If we go to the piano roll, I guess you have to load a. Maybe you have to load a preset. You can see how much I use this. That is tricky. It says that they will show up here. but they're not showing up here, so that's pretty weird. It says like the names of these. Oh, this is cool. So you can send them to a certain track. I didn't know that, but I like that. I need to like use this plugin, figure out how it works, so that when this becomes like the release candidate or the actual update, then I can be amazed. Okay. My camera is always on some weird junk. On to the next thing. So if we go here, go to gain, fruity send. No, I chose the wrong one. If we go to gain, fruity balance. Now when you mouse over here, you can see on like the top left, it tells you how much the decibel changes. So it's like minus 3 dB, for example. And stuff like that. That's one of the changes that people apparently wanted. I was hearing that was like a long time coming. And then this might be the last one. So this is pretty quick. So patcher. Now, it was like before, you couldn't add. Okay, let's show this. Make it easier to find. You couldn't add this before. I had noticed that too, and I was like sad about that. I'm like, that sucks. Why would they do that? But now it's in Patcher. Now you can add it. That's one of the changes. And then the other one was it's not there. The other one is Fruity Slicer, but I don't know where it's at. Everything starts with Fruity. This is going to take a minute. Fruity filter. Where did they put it? It'd be nice to just be able to browse. Okay. Let's search for this joint. Fruity Slicer. The struggle is real. There it is. All right, so maybe you can just drag it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, so now we got Fruity Slicer. You can select the audio, load a sample, and this is like the folder. Okay, yeah, so loading a sample is like selecting the audio, all the different ways to cut stuff, and all of these other things. Anybody who is interested, you can check that out. Definitely, I would. Okay, yeah. So I guess I will. There's one more thing that's here, which I don't understand exactly what this is, but to the degree that I'm able to understand it, I'll try to explain what I believe it is. So it's like this VFX script, and what it says here is that, well, when I was reading earlier, it's like you can add it to Patcher now, so that when you choose new notes, as new notes are played, the patches will do different things. But that's kind of vague. And there's apparently like presets that people are creating, so you don't really have to code according to them. You can copy it and put the script in here. And then that will advise Patcher on how to change whatever notes. So that's probably fun, but I don't understand it enough to know what I would do with it. So yeah, that's that's basically going to conclude this. And if you like this kind of video and you find it like interesting, then maybe I could try to do it more often. I don't really stream too much, and I had to make sure I remembered how to. But I think I got it. So hopefully there's audio and all of that. But if there's not, I'll just upload this as a video because it's recording anyway. But without further ado, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to do this more. If you hated this, put the reason why, if you decide to dislike it or whatever. And then make sure you go watch every other video and do the same thing. Watch the full video, put the reason why you hate it. Yeah, that's what you should do. And other than that, whether you liked or you don't, have an awesome day. Peace.